You can't force the sale. Hey, Chris Zuiker with Media Options. Help companies acquire the raw, unfiltered version of their brand name, broker on some of the best domain names on the planet. Like, seriously, check it out. MediaOptions.com. We have about probably 20 new domain names we're brokering, and they're going to go quick because they're priced right, and they're just great domain names. So check it out at MediaOptions.com. And also check out ChrisZuiker.com. Check my daily podcast out. But listen, my topic today is this. You can't force the sale. You can't force the sale. It's interesting in business, and especially in domain names, we think, hey, I'm just going to reach out. I'm going to throw this domain name in front of this company, this person, and they're going to just buy it, right? I'm going to tell them that, hey, domain names are important. It's like real estate. This is like beachfront property. This is like having real estate in New York. And they're going to buy it. I get it. Listen, I was right there once, and with especially when you're doing a lot of outbound outreach, it's like, what's the best way to communicate? What's the best way to get in front of someone? Now, one of the things that happens is that there's several ways of selling, okay? One of the best ways of selling is just inbound leads, okay? It's inbound leads because, and the reason I say it's the best way of selling is because that person's, their mindset's already converted. They're already saying, hey, listen, I want this domain name. They're already leaning in to buying this domain name. Now, what happens is that's just a different case in outbound selling, okay? In outbound selling, it's just, it's completely different, but most of our clients and people who come to us, they are looking for liquidity. They're at the point where they're saying, okay, listen, I made this investment back in the day. I no longer need this. I no longer am utilizing this. Go out and see what you can get for this. Now, inbound inquiries are awesome, but guess what? Like, there are very few and far between, and you may not necessarily get your perfect buyer. So what that means is that although they're leaning in, you may only get 20% of the value, 15% of the value, 25% of the value. And hence, you have to go to the market and get your domain name in front of the perfect buyer. Now, I talk about the 3 V's of selling a domain name. It's visibility, valuation, and viability, okay? So visibility, are you getting it in front of people? Now, if your ideal buyer and the perfect buyer stumbles across your domain, awesome. Listen, that's great. I hope it works out for you. But a lot of times you need to create that visibility, okay? And that's what a broker like Media Options does. I have over 110,000, maybe 120,000 contact points now selling domain names. So a lot of experience in the best way to convert mindset and get that in front of people. Well, my thought today is this, and it's very just a quick thought, quick video, but is like you can't force the sale. What happens is that when we try to force that sale, maybe it's through email and showing them emails that are coming to your site. Maybe that's through just telling them about the power of domain names, okay? Maybe it's even taking some of the things that I've written on the 7 dimensions of domain names and saying, hey, listen, you don't own your global positioning. You don't own your industry positioning, right? Positioning among your peers. When you rank your domain name among your peers, your brand among your peers, guess what? You look like junior. You look like you're a startup, okay? And they communicate trust. They communicate power. They communicate simplicity in their branding and their marketing. Now, because you don't own your global positioning, you're creating this massive confusion because you have to say, hey, don't go over here, go over here. Massive confusion. You're calling yourself this one brand, but you don't own it, okay? That's 2 of the 7 dimensions to why a domain name impacts and how a domain name impacts a brand. Now, I talk a lot about this. In fact, most of my recent videos have been about this convert mindset, just because listen, it's just, number one, it's first and foremost in my mind. It's something that is interesting to me. And so because of that, in the sales process, hopefully I'm helping you out in teaching you and just sharing some insights into how to sell domain name. But you can't force a sale. When you do force a sale, what happens is you get buyer's remorse. And so what you want to do is you want to work based on the person's and the buyer's mindset and how they're coming. You want to show them, first of all, that you care, right? That you want to show them that you want to acknowledge them as the seller, okay? And part of that is saying, well, hey, okay, you're coming at this way. Well, I'm going to meet you and I'm going to work with you. I'm going to allow the conversion process to work in your world. You call it the worldview. And the worldview says that, hey, domain names are important. And so it takes time to convert that mindset. But that's my thought for today. Take the time, get that conversation going, and to convert the mindset And don't try to force the sale, because very, very rarely does that work. And when it does work, you get a very big buyer's remorse, and you get animosity in the sale. Okay, now if you have not already done it, go on over to chriszuiker.com, download my book, .com Strategies, in the footer section. It's a book I put together when I first started into domaining. It's a short book, but a very powerful book for anyone wanting to know more about domain names and the impact. Also, you can go to mediaoptions.com. It's in the resource tab. And hey, if you found any value in this video, my video series, share it up. Check out my other video series on YouTube as well.